Bismillah wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and Eid Mubarak, you and your family. Just like Ramadan, Eid is a day of ibadah. Celebrating this joyous and happy event with your children is a form of worship and devotion to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make sure this year you make memories with your children, memories that they can carry on for a lifetime, memories that they can bring to their own children one day, inshallah. I really enjoyed making this video with my staff. I love listening to their stories and the memories that they have and what resonated with them when they were children. Let's go hear some stories, inshallah.
Just being with my family on Eid prayer.
Yeah, Six Flags California.
Going to Carnival during the Eid day.
My favorite memory is being with the family and getting my Eid money.
Assalamu alaikum. My favorite Eid memory is going to the Eid carnivals here at Slug.
My favorite Eid memory growing up was waking up and finding wrapped gifts around my bed.
My favorite memory is when I was young and my parents during the day of Eid would take us to the masjid in Washington, D.C.
Mubarak, my favorite memories of Eid morning is putting on the little suits and going with my father to the Eid Salah and being amongst me and my family and all the shabab, alhamdulillah.
So my name is Sister Asid. My favorite memory for Eid is when all my sisters and brothers used to spend the whole night preparing for Eid.
We used to go to my uncle's house after Salat al-Eid and we used to hang out with my cousins and play together and have ideas.
First, Salam Alaikum, Eid Mubarak, Saeed. Well, about my best memories was definitely when I was young. So we used to go to my grandparents' house. We call it in Morocco Dar Basidi. It was definitely the best time. But unfortunately, it's gone right now. Alhamdulillah.
Getting a new clothes.
Get a new airplane.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, UAF family. This is Brother Chris. Going to just say Eid Mubarak, and I hope everybody had a very successful Ramadan, inshallah. My greatest Eid moment was probably I think it was probably my third Eid, and I took one of my chefs, Chef Shakil, who runs the SMC. He invited me and my mom to his house to celebrate Eid. And I think one of the things why it stands out so much is because it was really the first time I really began to feel a part of a family. And it was one of those wonderful things, one of those wonderful moments where it truly began to hit. It was like, wow, I think I'm really starting to become a part of this community, a part of this family.
My favorite childhood memory is when I was about 16, 17. I lived in Jordan for a brief period, and I went around house to house with my family members for Eid, and it felt special and different than how I grew up in America, so I enjoyed that experience.
My favorite part about Eid is obviously spending time with my family, going out for breakfast, but if I'm being completely honest, it's the Eid meal.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. When we say Eid, we always remember that beautiful time in the masjid during Salat al-Eid when all the Muslims gather as one ummah, as one body, saying with one sound, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. May Allah bless your Eid, and may Allah make all of you from those who are remembering Allah, the greatest, and admit your submission to Allah all times. Eid Mubarak.
Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Ramadan Mubarak. It's kind of hard to pick a particular memory because I just enjoy being with my family. And
My actual memory from Eid, it was actually hearing the azan from all the mosques and the takbirat al-Eid. It was like resonating from all the mosques around our home. We had like tons of mosques around.
Eid Mubarak! My favorite Eid memory is spending time with my family and friends.
One of my favorite memories of Eid is my father coming home from work the night before Eid and bringing home tons of chocolates and candy, especially milk malt balls, which were little round balls of milk chocolate that I used to love to eat on Eid clothes.
My best memory is probably one of the last few Eids I had with my mom, Allah yarhamha. She had bought me a sky blue dress with matching shoes, and I couldn't sleep all night from the excitement.
Carnivals at the masjid.
My children gathered in my house.
أحسن شيء في الأعياد. The best thing in the Eid both عيد الفطر عيد الأضحى to do henna for the kids, and it was the big Eid.
My favorite Eid memory is from my childhood. We would rent, it was like an indoor play place, kind of like the bounce it out places here. And they had games and rides and all kind of fun stuff, and we rented out and all the Muslims would go, and that was my favorite Eid memory.
My favorite childhood Eid memories are family gatherings.
One thing that I remember about Eid is visiting the family. Every Eid we go with my mom and dad, and we go from one house to another house, and we visit every single one of our family members, subhanAllah. That is something that we really love to do.
Tell my neighbors in the morning and tell them Eid Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum. When we making Eid cookies with my daughters.
One of my most cherished memories of Eid will be from my childhood, where I would stay up all night after the moon sighting and get my henna done, and also the gifts.
The most beautiful Eid in my life was when the war in Bosnia stopped, and in that time I have passed the Quran course. And in the same month, we had the stoppage of the war, Quran course, and my life completely changed back then. I think that's the best time of my life.
My favorite memory in Eid is getting gifts from my family.
My favorite Eid memory is coming to the masjid and playing at the carnival.
My favorite memories is my dad ironing all of our clothes on Eid morning.
Eid is more excitement. We stay all the night with no sleep.
First memory is receiving gifts as a child.
Well, my first year at UAF, my seniors in my finance class brought gifts to me, and I only had them, just less than a year, and that it really melted my heart. So I say this all the time, UAF doesn't know what UAF did for Brother Jason.
So growing up in Morocco, the memory that stuck in my mind is like going to the mosque with my parents and then taking a different route back, and then going visiting families, collecting the goodies, the money, the sweets, and so these are the things that stuck with me growing up.
Assalamu alaikum. My favorite part when my mom, may Allah be pleased with her, used to spread a blanket out for our whole family for suhoor, for us to eat.
What I remember from my childhood during Ramadan is just the fact that all of us, we get the iftar together around a table full of a lot of good sweets and the Moroccan harira too. And also, getting together with my family and preparing, the good, yummy sweet for the Eid. So I miss that.
Assalamu alaikum. I remember the thing I like for Ramadan and Eid. Actually, the smell of the cookie in the night when my mom and my grandma preparing the cookie for the Eid. So this is the most lovable memory I have.
So a favorite Eid memory that I have is after going together with my family for the Eid prayer, and then we all went out to a restaurant to eat breakfast.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Eid memory that I can't forget when I get my new outfit for Eid and I go to Eid Salah and come back and then I fill my pockets with Eid money. That's something I'll never forget being a child.
And ironic, my favorite memory when I was overseas young, I was like 9 years old, I read a donkey and then I walked the street, it was so fun and I loved Eid.
My favorite thing about Eid is the night, the Eid night, when we go with our mom, my sister and I go into shopping, and of course the day of Eid, it's the gathering with the family.
My favorite memory is when I first converted and attended my first Eid prayer. Eid Mubarak, everyone.
My most favorite memories from my childhood that my grandpa used to take me to this place and bought me this little glass dollhouse. That is my most favorite memory from my Eid.
My favorite thing about Eid is the food and spending time with my family.
hanging out with my cousins.
Assalamu alaikum. I enjoy my Eid day by going out and having brunch or maybe dinner with some of my closest Muslim friends.
My Eid memory from when I was a child is Salah in the park.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You know, my favorite memory of Eid when I was growing up was meeting up at the community park where all the Muslims would meet up and praying Salah and getting little gifts when I was younger. Alhamdulillah.
Hey, sorry, Mr. Paula. What's your favorite childhood memory during Eid?
Eating my Eid in Poland.
My fondest memory of Eid was when we were younger and we used to be Muslim. My mom would take us for shopping and then we'd go visit our family's houses.
Favorite memory of Eid, I used to remember, I used to put my clothes in my bed and put them on the side and look at them and be so excited for the morning, inshallah.
Best memory in my childhood was staying at my grandparents' house. My grandpa used to take us on Friday. I remember he used to take us to a small park, and then on the way back, he would get us fruits, and then he would get ready for Salat al-Jumu'ah. So that's one of the best memories I have.
My favorite Eid memory is making mahmoud with my mom. The day before Eid, and we're making cookies to give to our family.
My favorite Eid memory is making desserts with family.
Alaikum UAF family. A fun memory that I have of Eid, inshallah, is since my Maryam, who is 3, has joined us in this dunya. We created a scavenger hunt the night before leading into the morning, making her feel the barakah of Eid, you know, alhamdulillah. So from my family to yours, kul aam wa antum bi khair.
Assalamu alaikum. My favorite Eid memory was with my children. When they were little, they would wake up early in the morning and come down the stairs and see all of the gifts that I had for them, and they would be ripping their presents and enjoying, and then we would go to the Salat al-Eid and they would play in the garden.
My favorite Eid moment when I was young was waking up in the morning with my parents and eating halwa puri before we go to the mosque.
Assalamu alaikum. My favorite memory about Eid is getting together with family and friends and enjoying delicious food and just having a blast.
My favorite Eid memory is eating breakfast with my family.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My favorite memory of Eid is when I used to take my kids and the family to Turkey Lake Park in Orlando, and we would meet up with thousands of our friends and family, pray there, and celebrate the Eid with the delicious variety of food and a diverse backgrounds of our Muslim brothers and sisters, getting together and getting to know one another and getting closer. That was my favorite times in Eid.
Breakfast on Eid day after home after fasting day Ramadan.
Eid Mubarak!
Assalamu alaikum. The best Eid for me, gift. Of course, gift.
I think just the vision of like being together as a family at one table and everybody sort of like happy and Eid cookies, like you know, that bite of Eid cookies with Shay, the first and the second day of Eid. That's definitely what I remember.
My favorite Eid moments was when my kids were little. I used to make their outfits for Eid and eat shopping with my kids.
I think the Eid with my family. Favorite Eid memory is hearing the kids scream Takbirat al-Eid in Amman.
My favorite Eid memory is spending time with my grandma, my nanny, my cousins, my sister, and counting all the Eid money end of the day.
Assalamu alaikum. My childhood or sweetest Eid memory is going shopping with my dad on Eid night, the night before the Eid, and getting Eid from night.
One of my favorite memories of Eid in Guyana is that on Eid Al Fitr day, after Salat, a bunch of guys would get together and we would go to everybody's house. And at every house you stop, you would have a little snack for them. So by the end of the day, oh my, you were so full of the goodies that Eid Al Fitr provides.
Favorite Eid memory is riding in the car with my dad on the way to the masjid, him saying the takbirat and just repeating after.
My favorite Eid memory is after every Eid Salah, me and my family would go for breakfast.
حبيبي يا محمد صلى عليك الرحمن حبك في كل مكان يا حبيبي حبيبي يا محمد يا خير الأنام صلى عليك الرحمن أزكى الصلاة والسلام يا ربي ارفع مقامه دوما